Okay, so we have three new features in the front end. The first one is video support. So now when you're going through the game list, when you land on a game, it waits a second or so, and then it fades out from the game thumbnail into the video, so it's kind of a nice transition. And the thing that I like about doing the videos this way is that you can kind of mix and match things. If you don't have videos for some games, it can still look okay to show the image, and yet when you do have videos, then it can fade into them and show you the video. And so you can also blow through your game list pretty quickly with this, because it's not going to keep trying to load a video and then stop and get interrupted. It's going to wait until you've landed on something and then start to show you the video. So it's a pretty nice transition. It works pretty well. I know a lot of people like videos. I'm not sure that I'm going to actually use videos in my arcade cabinets, but you know, it's a nice thing to have, and the features are enough. Okay, so besides video support, I added the ability to transition between day, night, and so on in real time, as opposed to something happening transitions in and out of the game. So you can see here, we're in our kind of like morning thing, and now we're going to transition to sunset, and now we're going to transition to night. And basically, it'll periodically check to see what the system time is on your computer, and it'll adjust, the time to, match that. So basically, from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. you get the daytime, and from around 7, 8 you get the nighttime. Around 4 to 5 you get sunset. Okay, so those are the transitions there. The other thing that I did was to add better support for using Big Blue on just a normal desktop machine. So as you can see here, I've added a ton of options that weren't available before. Now you can select the resolution you want it to run at. You can choose whether you want it to show the border for the window or not. And then, this is a kind of interesting option. I added dual monitor support to Big Blue. So what you can do now is you can define a marquee for each game. And what it's going to do is it's going to show the marquee on the monitor that you select. So this isn't hard-coded. This actually pulls in your list of monitors. So I have two displays hooked up here, but for the purpose of this, I'll just make it display on my current screen. So now when we launch it, we're going to be in windowed mode, and you can see how in the background I'm displaying an image, of the game list category. But when you actually select games, it shows the marquee. So here, for example, I'm seeing the Alien vs. Predator marquee, and I have a default one. I just show Street Fighter 2 photo, but I'm probably going to get I'll put together a better canned marquee image for Big Blue, for the cases where you don't have a marquee, and probably for kind of some of the stuff in the mini game maybe. So yeah, this will change as you're going through stuff in the front end, and you can choose which monitor you want it to output to. And the nice thing about this is that you don't actually have to have an emulator like MAME, which has the artwork system that lets you output to a separate monitor. Regardless of the emulator or PC game or whatever you use, you can have a marquee for all of them, and it's available both in your front end now and when you're in the game. So it's probably a niche feature, but I think it's kind of nice, and you can always disable it if you don't like it. Yeah, and so the final things that I'll be doing here is just probably some cleanup, bug fixes, and probably tidy up the configuration utility a bit more. The configuration utility has a lot of new options in it, to support these new things. We can see when we go into the game list that we have video preview, and that you can just select, you can browse and select a video, and then you can select a marquee image, that you don't have to. So now all these things are available in the configuration utility. Go to hell.